I'm getting home. It's like 11, almost 12. Kind of was a funny thing at the PLO 1-2 game. Was one thing is the only people that play PLO, and everybody knows this. PLO it's almost like a mixed game where it's like you're not playing it if you're not already like very seasoned poker player, right? And so everyone there knows what they're doing. They all, nobody that's gonna be playing like some garbage. And it's like basically it'll be all good hands. See the flop. If everybody misses everything, then it'll be like I had one where I had pocket jacks, and I think somebody else had like their flop was something like 8-9-2, but I had a jacks and an open ender, and then a 2 came on the turn, and then a 4, and the other guy bet, and I called on the flop, and then when the 2 came, he didn't bet, and then when the 4 came, I thought, or the flop he bet, and the turn I bet, and I was thinking that basically if he raises, he has me drawing dead to a jack. Like he would have to have pocket 8s or pocket 9s to call on the, or to raise on the turn. And if he called the turn, it might have been like, and he could have just flatted the turn. It would have been like a really sneaky move. But people don't think like they don't think what I'm thinking, or they don't put what is my hand into their consideration. So if they're thinking that I have an open ender, what I have, like an open ender, then they might like raise the turn where it just paired like the bottom. I mean, with 9s or 8s. But anyway, the river comes off, we'll check. I was thinking like if he's got something that beats me, like it would have to be queens or kings. Nobody raised pre-flop, so I was pretty sure nobody had aces. And he was like on the button, I think. So he was in position to raise the aces. So either he had like really dry aces, but those wouldn't really bet a flop at 8-9. Because I think 8-9 is too wet to bet on. Unless you have something connected to that. Like I almost have a hand that would be raising, like a straight draw and an overpair, except for that there was so many people in there that I thought it might not have been the only one with that to 8-9, like with the 10 jack jack. Like I thought maybe everybody might have my blockers. They might have somebody else might have like a 7 high run. Somebody else might have, there's too many things that out of like a full table everybody limped in. It was just too many callers to raise. But anyway, that was one hand that I won. I made 2 pair jacks and 2s. I'm pretty sure that he had 8-9 to bet. If he didn't have 8-9, he must have had what I was scared of, which was, I mean, I was scared of 8-9, but I was scared of like an 8 high run, maybe like 6-7, 8-9, or 5-6-7-8. 6-7-9. So I had a nice day, whatever, nice regular day. Played a 1-2 PLO. Oh, the guy that was like funny story about there was some Harish, something like that. Some guy, I think his name is Harish. He's like, I wouldn't say he's regular, like he's like semi-regular. Like I've definitely seen him before, and that's where I was going before I kind of got off on tangent. But people that play PLO, you're really rarely gonna see like people who just do not know how to play. Like, usually um, the lifeline of a poker player is, so first you will kind of learn the game, watch like videos, or maybe you'll learn from like uh, my old poker buddy. What is his name? Shit, now I forgot that guy's name. Oh, Michael Sanders. So me and Michael Sanders, Michael Sanders won like $6 million in it. It's like, got his picture up on the wall, and Choctaw, I think. Because he won the main event in Choctaw. And $6 million. And he has a kid who he taught how to play, and then he put that on his Facebook. And like I played with my kid, and like she watches me play at home, grandma. So like some people just play it as like a kid. You'll learn the rules or whatever as a kid, or people that want to get into it. Like, the first thing you do is you got to read the books about it. Boyle Brunson's book, or his multiple books. But then, like, let's say the books that are more recent are better because they go more to the recent game. But I think the more recent books, they might just tell you like more basic, like what is a good hand, stuff like that. Or something like Brunson really gets into like in depth on like different things. There's one from what's his name, Helmuth, and Helmuth is like old enough to be an old school poker legend type. He won the whole series. Got his face on the wall and everything. Everybody knows him. And he's got a book with, it's like co-written between him and some guy who's like some kind of like CIA detective or something. And it's like all about tells. And with this detective guy, it was like not so much about the tells around a particular poker hand, but it was like with that guy's like government training on that. It was more about like seeing the smallest little and I've been talking about this a lot, the bead of sweat going down the guy's face when he bets, and then he like looks at you, but he doesn't look at you with his eyes squinted. He looks at you with his eyes like kind of squinted, and so the squint in his eyes has to do with like, and so Helmuth has a book out that's like that, but all those little tells of tells or whatever, and so like you might want to read that before. But anyway, before you go and start like throwing 3, 5 $100 or $1,000 on the table, you know, and then there'd be like the $60 games, like $60 tournament in Mandalay Bay. Like, you could go play that kind of stuff. You know, people play that when they barely know if their hand is good. They'll go and play the $60 tournament. And then if they win 300, then it's over for them. They have to get addicted to gambling for their whole life. That one. But this guy, Harish, was like, just shut the fuck up. He was one of those kind of people who just like, blah, 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 talking. He thought it was funny. He thought it was just like the life of the party. And at some point, it was like somebody, he said that some other guy called him a douche or something, or called him like something. Some other guy called him something, is what the guy said. But then he called the other guy something, and then it like set off this whole thing where everybody, the whole table, like was like, no, fuck you, Harish, like you won't shut the fuck up. And it was like just everybody came out with, nobody liked Harish, nobody wanted to listen to his shit. Like, and I said to some guy who like, he's like some old school famous billionaire, and he won't tell anybody what his name is. But some guy, some old school famous billionaire, he said like something to me. I was sitting next to him, and he said, has this guy been acting like this all fucking night? And I'm like, yeah, the guy won't shut the fuck up. I've been thinking about getting a table changed, but I know I can fucking hear him from the other table anyway. And then that guy has like some pull in Aria, and he told the floor, and then the floor picked him up and told him over there. And then like after all this, whatever the floor said to him, I think he just told him like, hey, if you don't shut up, we're gonna kick you out for like 24 hours, something like that. And when Harish came back, he did not say one word for like a half an hour or an hour. It looked like he was just not gonna say anything. Like he went like total, like, you know, hands over his mouth, had nothing to say. And that was kind of funny. The guy that like wouldn't shut up, and then he just like, the floor came and just told him like, hey, can you shut the fuck up? Nobody thinks you're funny. And that was the end of that guy. He was like, no, the other guy said something, and he was like, no, dude, it's not about the whole table, like, not using cuss words. It's about you won't shut the fuck up, and you're annoying him. That's why the other guy, like, insulted you, and whatever. Like, it's actually because nobody wants to listen to you, like, fucking going on about everything. And he was like making fun of some guy who called him, and the guy had that flush draw and a gut shot, and he hit both. And then Harish had everything to say about it. And one of the things that Harish said that was like kind of pissed me off, he said, if you keep playing poker like that, you're going to lose so much that you're going to end up getting a job. And that kind of like I feel like that would piss anybody off. But it pissed me off, and I'm pretty hard to piss off. But it didn't really piss me off, but I said to Harish then, he was like, oh, if you keep, calling me with a nut flush draw and a straight draw and a pair, like the guy had everything. And Harish just had 4-5 that made a straight. I folded kings. Like, I had an overpair. And I knew Harish had it. And I folded. But the other guy called with, first he called Harish with the backward flush draw and a pair and a gut shot. And then Harish pots it on the turn. And the other guy calls him again. And then the guy hit the gut shot and the flush. And then Harish says, no, you fucking playing like this, you're gonna lose so much, you're gonna get a job. And I was like, those guys that go around cleaning those windows out there on the bridges, so that's like a whole contract. They do that for $400 once a week. You'll see them out there like about once a week per bridge. I don't know what the schedule is, but it's the same schedule. It's once a week, it's every week on such a day they do it. They do like one bridge. It's washing those windows. And that whole job is $400. Wash that whole window. And I said, you give me $400, I'll go out there and wash that window right now. So that doesn't reach. And like, you didn't have anything to say about that. I made sure shut up. But then all that other stuff happened, and the floor came over and made Marie shut up later. That was kind of kind of funny trying to get Marie to shut up. And I had like several times made fun of Harish, saying that he's like that guy Martin who is has like a camera crew following him around in the World Series, and he plays like all the TV games. He's from England. I think his name's Martin. It might be Michael. I don't remember what his name is. But when I said that, there was like two guys at the poker table who like know everybody in the scene or whatever. They know everybody's name, they know everybody. And they know who everybody is. And some guy was like, oh, I don't think his name's Michael. I think his name's fucking Matthew, or it's like Kareem. And he's like, are you talking about the guys who made like the final 30 in the World Series? Because there's two of those kind of guys there. There's one his name is Kareem, and then there's another guy, his name is like Steve or some shit. And so they're all just talking about like who's an annoying poker fucking millionaire. Like who's an annoying poker TV player. And I was like, yeah, they should make a game that's all those kind of players, like a special like TV event where it's this guy Kareem, it's at Aria right now, And also all of those like annoying TV poker personality people. And just have them all at one table. Like just stick them all on one table, put them all on like table one, and close the fucking door. Make them shut the fuck up. Or don't make them shut the fuck up. Just stick them in table one, and close the fucking door, and let them all fucking make noise. It'd be like a whole table just blah, 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 blah. Like, and then they could film it and see all what happens. Be people who are like won't shut the fuck up. People who are like getting all upset. It would be entertaining to see like that many like highly personality people. But I think the point was that most people that play poker, and that's why like they talk about girls that play poker. Like there's some girl I keep seeing her pop up on my Facebook or whatever. Her Facebook name is like that poker girl. And she's like, I'm 23 and I just started playing poker and the guys at the casino keep making fun of me. And this is why girls don't play poker, is because guys at the casino will like make fun of you and sexualize everything. And I'm like looking at what? I'm looking at her like, well, it's because guys don't want to like talk. Like girl stuff is girls like to talk and have fun. You know, they say like girls want to have fun. Girls want to dance. They want attention. Guys, like, and especially the poker crowd. Like poker guys do not want attention. Like they don't want to be like out. Like they're not like the most outgoing personalities get like poker access. Like, poker is like a very like it's social because there's people there, but it's like anti-social. I like the shirt I keep seeing around. It's an anti-social. Like, get into the poker scene, do not want social butterflies. They're not like girls. They don't fucking. There's like nerdy guys. Don't want to fucking talk to like girls. Don't want to talk to anybody. Like that's why I would even say like that might be why professional poker player people all say just don't say anything at the table. It's not because people are going to read your mind for every like sound that you make. It's because the people that are playing don't want to fucking hear you. Like, so they're gonna find a reason to tell you not to fucking talk to them. And that's what's going on. And then I came home early because tomorrow I gotta go to the union and do that paperwork or whatever, test and interview. Took the potatoes out of the crock pot. Put them in this pot. Put that in the fridge. It's funny because at home, I was making little videos and then putting them up later. So I don't have Wi-Fi at my house. And I don't remember when I figured out the live thing, but the live just goes right up onto the internet. Oh, the live like kind of turned me off at one point because the first live that I did, the whole thing just fell off. And I was like, well, that was bullshit. It just went up and it got like 2 views. And the whole thing like fell off the internet. I thought it would at least save. Now it saves. So I don't gotta like make a video and then upload it later. But at home, my videos will be like mostly me making food at home and eating it.